everyone, and welcome to this full moon in Pisces broadcast. The full moon is going to happen on the 2nd of September here in the Northern Hemisphere, and then the energy slowly is moving into, is taking us into a big process of change, which is going to happen quite slowly, and then it's going to be, slow but intense, because Virgo is about a deep process of purification, a big transformation. But before we start, I would like to say thank you to many of you, because we have received a lot of inquiries from our website, foreign people asking us to teach in English, and then for that we are going to start in the beginning of October 2 online courses. One is about getting to know yourself and change, which is about the difference between living from the personality point of view and learning to live from the soul point of view, in order to support this big transformational time shift that's happening, that we are going through as humanity. And then the other one is related to the Rainbow Bridge, and I'm going to talk about colors. We're going to do this. I'm already doing this webinar these courses in English, and then we are going to explore colors from the point of view of consciousness, and then finding way to use color as a way to support ourselves. So each color is associated to a specific consciousness, and then I will take you every time in every lesson we are going, because we're going to do a weekly class, 1 hour and a half more or less, take you through the consciousness of that color, so that you can learn to use it and start creating a change through color in your life. So slowly, if we get more requests, we will also start more online courses in English. We're thinking about numerology, and we're thinking about astrology. So should any of you be interested in attending our online classes in English, please do not hesitate to contact the school at secretary@internationalteacherschool.com and ask for more information about it, because I'm really excited about the opportunity. In August I did teach a few courses, but this online classes that we're going to do are going to be video and audio recorded, so doesn't matter where you are in the world, you will have the chance to watch the class for about a week, and then you will also receive the audio recording, so you will have time to listen to it even more. So it's a way to support all of you in this big transformational change that we are all going through as humanity, and then in order to support this also big time shift, because the ancient prophecies are talking about a big change from Homo Luminous, from Homo sapiens to the man based on who is completely based on his intellect, to Homo Luminous. That is the man who is completely going to embody his light and live from a different space. And this moon is very supportive of that process, and I call this moon finding the inner center to ground ourselves. And the reason why I decided to use this title is because it's also related to the energy of the two constellations involved in this big process, the process of this moon, and that is related to the constellation Virgo as constellation, and also Pisces. Virgo is very important because it relates, is a constellation related to the purification, to our health, to our service, and then it has the purpose of removing any and all the impurities from our bodily nature, personality nature, in order to allow us to really ground more and more our higher self. And it is related to the abdomen, and in the abdomen we have a small intestine, and then the small intestine has the purpose of, is also related to discernment, of choosing what we need to keep and what we need to let go. So it is, the abdomen is what, the word abdomen comes from the Latin word to hide. So it really means to, that, you know, that constellation holds within us what we hide about ourselves, and in a way our true nature. So what is very important, because if we had good muscles in that area, we're really also able to hold ourselves, to hold our position in the world, and also in the face of destabilizing forces. So it's like, it's very important, because if we are not strong in that area, so if we are not centered within ourselves, we become very destabilized. You know, we get a lot of imbalance, and then we are pulled in many directions. So that center also is associated to our inner authority, to our gut instinct. Because it is in that place that we know who we are, and then also why we are here, even if we are not aware of it. So when we tune into our core, we also tap in our profound deep center, the fire burning in our body, because in that area of our body we have a lot of fire, because we burn our food. And bear in mind that we are the food we eat. So whatever we put in our body, whatever we eat, whatever we feed ourselves with, it's going to get manifested our life. And the other part of the title, which is about how to ground ourselves, grounding is also related to Pisces, because Pisces is associated to our feet. And then it is in Pisces that we really ground, you know, stand still, stand still, and then it is thanks to our feet that we are able to move, to walk in the world. So if we are not centered, we don't have, we can't, we really become very unstable, and then we don't also keep our body firm on our feet, but also it is thanks to our being grounded that we ground our desires, we ground our vision, we ground our dreams, but also we ground our fears, we ground our hopes. And then also, we through our feet, we have the possibility to ground the love that dwells inside, our mission, purpose, what we have come here. Bear in mind that in the feet we have 30 bones, over 20 joints, and 11 sets of intrinsic muscles. So it is quite important, because the feet are the way through which we bring our divinity, our divine purpose in the flesh. So Virgo is about serving a purpose that is meaningful for us, and then Pisces is about incarnating, living that purpose, making it actual, making manifested. It is really about integrating our spiritual nature, our spiritual aspect within into matter, into physicality. So, and this moon talks really about that huge change, this huge change that is happening in us, because it is really a moon that talks about duality. It's going to happen in the northern hemisphere, as I said, on the 2nd of September, and then 2 is a number that talks about duality. It's talks about the two opposites within the self. But 2 in the Aura-Soma color care system also relates to bottle blue over blue, which is the peace bottle. And it could be a peace that goes beyond understanding when we really ground who we truly are. But it can be a peace at all costs when we have fear of the unknown, because this bottle is also associated to the High Priestess in the Tarot. So the High Priestess is standing between two forces and is asking us to have the courage to go into the unknown, to access the great mysteries. So when we do that, we have the possibility to receive a higher revelation. So it's asking us to go beyond and have the courage to go beyond the veil to what is entering, in sense, a space that we have never entered, and really establish contact with our true inner self, so that we may have a true inner peace. So it's really a moon that is going to create a sort of an inner conflict, but also is a moon that is also asking us to choose to speak, to recognize who we truly are. It's really a sort of a test of devotion to our true self. So, and the 9th month, September, is the 9th month, and then 9 in numerology is an ending, but also is associated to the tarot card, the Hermit. And then the Hermit, esoterically speaking, is a card that talks about a process of interiorization. It's also called in the Aura-Soma system the heart within the heart, where we are asked to really go within and let go, digest, and let go of all the past attitude that we had, in order to really choose the true self. Is really a test of our strength and power to be who we really are. And the total edition of the day of this full moon adds up, is going to be 15/6, which is Angel of Devil, the choice, letting go of the fact that we are unfortunate, letting go of the old sense of victimism, which is really a Pisces energy, and allow more light to come into the self, in order to allow the healing process, healing in the sense of becoming a whole, getting integrated. So it is really a deep alchemy transformation process, in order to bring us a new energy. We are really deeply dying to the old. But whether last time we were asked to choose to be ourselves from within, now we are really asked to take a step, the first step, a little step towards who we are, and speak it out and be it, Don't be afraid of the unknown, but realize that we are an instrument through which we can really transform matter into energy. And then we are here really to understand, to serve, to witness, to absorb, and to really understand the right use of energy. Bear in mind that this moon is the first of the last 2 moons of the summer season, this moon is going to be in Pisces, next moon is going to be in Virgo, even if the sun is already in Virgo. So the process of purification, of, as you say, dividing, the sheep from the goats, it's really important. So we are, Virgo is about really letting go of habits, finding our center, and then serving ourselves, really serving according to our true being, getting to express our true purpose. This full moon, the Sabian symbol of this full moon, is going to be a man traveling a narrow path, seeking illumination. So we are asked to, as I said, take the first step and then to seek at whatever cost entrance into a transcendent realm of reality. So it's really going beyond that duality. The sun is really about going beyond that duality. The Sabian symbol of the sun is in her baby, a mother sees her deep longing for a son answer, which means that its spirit's answer to our vital need of manifesting, incarnating, individualizing our true potential. So it's really asking us to manifest our true self. We are constantly renewed when we really follow the inner guidance. So focus on your ideals and dreams of what you feel you can be, and really take a step towards that, because Pisces are associated, as I said, to feet, and is really about choosing the right direction. So the moon is going to create trigger a big question within ourselves. Do you conform? Do you conform to what other people ask you to be, or you really choose to go beyond, then regardless the tradition, regardless what other people say, you express your own originality? It's going to get into take us into a sort of an inner conflict, because there is a very deep attempt to be ourselves. The interesting aspect of this moon is the fact the moon and the sun. You may remember when we have a full moon, the sun and the moon are opposite to each other. So we have the sun in Virgo and the moon in Pisces, and the sun is really conjunct Vulcan, and also a very wide conjunction, but it's still there through Vulcan to Regulus, which is the lion's heart. Regulus is now in Virgo, but is in the constellation of Leo, in the heart of the lion, and then is the law's giver, so is the divine will. So something is going to happen that is going to reorient a situation and ask really to reorient our attitude, because we are stimulated to express the love we have within us, to be who we truly are, the Christ consciousness. Leo acts as an art, as a lens for Sirius, the sun of our constellation, which is also our spiritual sun. And that is going to trigger the energy with the moon, who is conjunct Fomalhaut, and which is the royal star associated to Archangel Gabriel. Gabriel represents construction, renovation and repairs, a new message coming. And the moon is also conjunct Ceres 4 degrees, which is the goddess of agriculture, so death and rebirth. And John Lennon had one of his planets there. So when he wrote Imagine, he was really following the guidance of that deep incarnation of spirit into matter, especially when he wrote the song Imagine. It's really imagining us as a one world. I'm a dreamer, but I hope you really are going to join us sooner or later. So we need to see ourselves completely in a new way, not as a victim, but part of a whole. And then this new big shift that's going to happen, and not personally, but also as humanity, is going to lead humanity is going to into a new, we call it era, you know, creating the HOMO LUMINOUS, man who is incarnating his own light according to the higher guidance. So we are really at a time of a big transition. The north and the south node the south node is actually exactly on the galactic center, and is also, the south node is what is really burning in the subconscious. So it's the ability to project one's vision upon the material world and give form to it. So it's also the transformation of the material according to our vision. So it's really pushing us in that direction. And then so the galactic center is also downloading that energy, bringing that energy more and more into it. It's conjunct Hecate, which is about rebirth, the will to transcend life and death. So understanding that is an ending, but is also a new beginning. So we are all going through collectively through a process of rebirth. But the north node, which is also Dharma, which is our mind, conscious mind, is a repolarization and choosing to take part in a larger whole. So it's big transformation, period of transition. So there is a big Earth grand trine between the Sun, Uranus, and Palasatina, Jupiter, which is taking care of my own little garden, and then supporting this big process of individuality and freedom from what others are the collective is asking for us. I was watching a video the other day where Krishnamurti was talking about the meaning of looking within the self, and then he was really saying that we are not free because constantly we look at what others want from us. The collective is having a strong control on our way of thinking, because breaking patterns could create freedom, and freedom can destabilize what has already been established. So for us, the real purpose of each human being is to set himself free from what others have asked him or her, them to do, because we are not able to follow our inner voice, our inner light, and take a step in that direction. But we most of the time prefer to follow what we have been told, which doesn't mean breaking laws or things like that, but it simply means following what we feel right, expressing our true nature. The 2 and the 9 are the 29, and it's really the ability to speak, to choose, to express who we truly are. If we do that, if we return and listen to our body, to listen to our inner voice, new territories will be really open. So we were put in a situation where we are asked to handle things in a different way, and the different way is a step. Listen to the inner voice, listen to yourself, listen to your heart, because we can really create a new future, new humanity, if we decide to truly be ourselves. So imagine there's no countries, imagine nothing to kill or die, no religion. Imagine all the people living in peace, and the 2 is about peace. And you may say, I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. And I hope someday you will join us, and the world will be as one. 2 is the bottle of peace. We can be and live in peace when we really have the courage to take our place in the world, what we have come here to do, because the soul, our own soul, always is an expression of love, because soul is love, and then we can really support each other as humanity when we are no longer frustrated for something that we don't feel happy with, because happiness, happiness more than happiness, I prefer to say joy, comes from within, from incarnating who we are. When we incarnate who we are, we live the life we are meant to be. So wishing you a wonderful full moon and have a lovely day and a lovely time. Lots of love. Bye bye.